So let's have a look at the construction palette. So once you are in here, you click on construction lines. This pops up for you. Then I can just click on, let's say, the horizontal construction line. And mind you, I've put on my snap to grid. So I can just click to put, construction lines. These are horizontal construction lines that I can just put in place. If I go back there, I can always get the vertical ones if I wanted, and then I'll put the vertical ones, click to put them in place as well. And then you go back in there, you'll have the cross. So say for instance, if you were doing your orthographic projection and you wanted to start with your reference, your reference axis, then you can just click to position those as your reference axis, and that is that. So we'll look at what the ray mode does. Before we go there, let's look at this. When I click on this, it erases all the construction lines that I have. If I click on this drop down, I can click on selected radar. That means that I want to select a specific one and then delete it. So I can select this and go in there and just select it. So drop down here and then I click on selected and I draw a window around the one that I want to I want to delete. So selected, I want to select this, just draw a window around it and it goes away. If I click here, it will erase all of them at one go. So I click on this and they all would vanish. Now let me put on, let's say, this. Now if I were to turn on the ray mode and go back to construction and select this, you'd see that this time around the construction line that I draw goes only in one direction, either to the left or to the right, in infinity, mind you. So construction lines go to infinity. Now if I wanted it to go, or if I wanted to reverse the angle 180 degrees, I can come in here and click on R, and then it reverses that, so I click on R, and then it can reverse that 180 degrees. Click on R. Okay, so that's the use of turning on the ray mode. Okay, so let me clear them and then go back to construction. So because I have the ray mode on, you have all of this. Okay, so I've changed back to construction lines with the ray mode off. I can do that here as well. So let's look at this angular one. Right, so before we look at that angular one, we let me draw in a circle. So I draw in a certain circle with radius. So this is the center of the circle with radius of, let's say, 60, like that. And then I can go to construction lines. I prefer to use this. So select this angular one, and I want the center of this. So let me turn my object snap on. So this this one here indicates the center. So I click, and this is the center of the construction line. This is the angular construction line. So for my second point, I want to be here, and then I move at an angle that I want. So let's say angle 45 degrees. I put another one, angle 90. I put another one. I'm only using the cursor. And then angle 135. Can I get 135? Yes. Another one. You see, so this is how I quickly can use the angular construction line for, yeah, to speed up my work. Right, so like I've already mentioned that these construction lines go to infinity. You can actually trim them, so we'll get there. Right, so this command here in the modifier group says trim. So I'll click on trim, and then I'll drag a fence around all of this, and that will trim them for me if I want. Then hit escape. Now, so this basically is the use of construction lines. There are other ones that you can explore. So this is parallel lines. If you wanted to draw, if you had a line in place, so if you had a line like this and you wanted to draw a construction line parallel to it, so you can use something like this. So then you select where you want to put it, and that's just that. So construction line perpendicular to 2 points. So I click on that. So I specify the base. This is the base of the perpendicular line. Then I specify, you know, the next point, right? Which should be like that. Okay, and that is my perpendicular line. So if I wanted to do that again, I can specify um, a base here, and then move my cursor in this direction to get a line perpendicular to that point. Basically, that is how the perpendicularity works. And so like I said, there are other ones here that you can try your hands on. In here, when you click on this, you have construction lines which are akin to circles. So you can have, let's say, a tangent, right? So that is an interesting one like that. You can have something like a rectangle, right? So these are interesting stuff that you can try your hands on. And basically, that's that for, we'll ignore this and then maybe at a later time look at it.